Hello guys, we are going to talk about sequential circuits now. So if you want to understand flip-flops, counters and resistors in this subject, then you need to understand what is the meaning of sequential circuits. But for understanding sequential circuits, you need to know what is combinational circuits. But remember the motto of this tutorial is sequential circuits. So if you see, this is a combinational circuit. There is a difference in between sequential and combinational circuits. So the definition of sequential circuit is the present output depends on present input as well as past outputs or output, So first of all, let us talk about combinational circuits. Combinational circuit means the present input depends on the present output. That is, it will just depend on it. So see, this is a half adder. So suppose you want to add 0 and 1, the sum is going to be 1 and the carry is going to be 0. We know that. But suppose we decide to change it now. So suppose we have some other case like say 1 and 1. So for 1 and 1, the sum is going to be 1 and carry is going to be 1 as well. So if you see, the output is changing. But if you look at it, see, this was the past input and this was the past output. And for our new case, this is the present input and this is the present output. So if you see the present input and output, so these two, which are present inputs and outputs, these two are not dependent on these past inputs or outputs. That's why these are known as combinational circuits. That is, it is just a combination of present input and present output. It does not depend on the past input or past output, nothing. So this was the combinational circuit. Now we are going to talk about sequential circuit. So this was a combinational circuit, right? So sequential circuit is nothing but a combination of combinational circuit along with some memory. So why did I say memory? Because we need some memory in which we can store the past output, because we are going to need that. But how? So suppose we are going to implement a suppose adder. So in that, suppose we are going to add, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on up to all the decimal values up to 9 we can do. So for that, suppose we want to get the output as 3. So for getting the output as 3, you need to know that so basically what we are going to do is we are going to add 1 to the every input, right, or every output. So to 1 we'll add 1, then we'll get 2. To 2 we'll add 1, then we'll get 3 and so on. So we are basically going to add 1 to everything. So suppose we want to get the output as 4. To get the output as 4, you need to add 1 to something, right? And this something is 3. So 3 was the past output, and to get the present output, we need to get the value of past output. That's why we need a memory to store it. So what we'll do one thing. We'll take this thing, that is the past output, these two values, and we'll store it in some memory block, and we'll again use the memory block and we'll just give it as input to the present input actually. So basically we're using the past output, we are storing it here in this memory block, and we'll use it inside of this sequential circuit again. So now this becomes a sequential circuit. Why? Because we are using the past output. Now suppose we need to use this memory, right? So to store something in a memory, you need to store bits, because obviously in DRL we need zeros and ones to store. So first of all, you can understand how to store one byte, and then we can store multiple bits. So first of all, the way that they could think of is they used two NAND gates and they just connected them together. So if we provide the input as 0, the output of this NOT gate will be 1 and the output of this NOT gate will be 0. So if you see, these 0 and this 0 are actually connected. So this is one of the way. I'm not going to talk about it a lot because it is not that important right now, because we're going to talk about sequential circuits and more about latches and flip-flops in the next tutorials. So let us check out the definition again. In sequential circuits, the present output, which is this thing now. So see, this is the present output, depends on the present input, which is this present input, as well as the past output. So this is nothing but the past output, which is stored as memory. So from this memory, we are going to get some feedback, and we'll provide that feedback to the input of combinational logic circuit. So basically, this whole block now, including the memory, is going to be our sequential circuit, and this as well, actually the whole memory block. So to this whole box, we are just going to give input and output. So this is input and this is output. There can be many number of lines, it is fine, but this was just the expression about it. We are going to talk about SR latches by using NAND gates, NOR gates and so on in the next tutorial. So that's all from my side. Thank you.